Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Europa Universalis, and this is week number 11. We have grown here to the south. Nagindo is a colony. It started on its own. However, we just added a colonist, and we have now sent them to work on that colony to help it build a little bit faster. It's a little over 3/5 of the way done. And these territories we have just added through war with Mutapa, and we added these provinces to our vassal, Sofala. They also just lost a couple of provinces here to the south, so Mutapa has taken a pretty sizable hit. Now our attention is now turning to the north with Azeron. Meanwhile, though, we also need to worry about Ethiopia. They are growing quite large, quite formidable, and our ally to the north is completely engulfed by them right now and might not exist much longer. So we're going to have to go searching for someone new, though we do have Malindi. Alright, so we've lost our advisor. Diplo's kind of where we're hurting the most, but administrative is something we always are in need of. I guess we can go with reputation, and that's going to be it for now. With that colony, we are definitely facing a bit of a cost. However, it's not as bad now. Our colony maintenance dropped in half by adding that colonist. It was 4 ducats a month, so we're getting those 2 ducats back. Our army is almost recovered. It's 12,000 strong. We're actually going to add a 13th unit as soon as we can. And since we are military tech 7 now, we're actually going to add cannon here real soon. Okay, fabricate claims. Let's see. Masapa is good. We want Tambuka as well. So we'll start there. And then we'll go there. And then Zumbo. There. And that's it for now. Ooh, gosh. 1 province left is all they have. And they lost contact with Azeran, so we're going to have to take Azeran on ourselves. Which they have 10,000, because Mogadishu is their ally, or their vassal, and Mara should not be a threat. I wonder if Malindi would fight. I don't want to fight yet. We need to recover some. Ooh, Malindi does want to fight. Good. Okay. So with their 8,000, we'll be just fine. We are back to full strength. I'm sure once we have these cored, these 2 provinces should appear to us soon. We can easily absorb them here at some point. Sale of titles. My lord, one of your advisors has suggested selling off titles of nobility to anyone who could afford to pay. Could bring in lots of money and open a way for social advancement for the rich if we do. But it would devalue the idea of nobility and perhaps upset the existing aristocratic families. Should we do this? 30 ducats. 10 loyalty lost, but that would recover. Merchant guilds would go up by 10. Or we could pick up stability, which would get us to the full +3. So 30 ducats or stability is a little harder to get. We get 30 ducats, so we'll take that. Speaking of, we have a loan we need to repay. And can I repay it yet? I can. Alright. That'll take that cost away. Okay, times of need. The dynasty of our noble Sultan al-Mawahib is certainly a powerful one. Though through Ishmael, they rule our nation and will do so for many years to come. However, even the great are sometimes in need of help. Thankfully, the al-Mawahib family has tied strong bonds to other great powers, such as the al-Malindi house, led by no other than Muhammad V, Sultan of Malindi. His gracious wife, Mawima, is a daughter of our own royal house and an invaluable contact. Perhaps we shall ask her if she can influence her husband to lend us a hand. Alright, coffers are getting worryingly light. So we can get money that way. Or administrative, or diplomatic, or military, or soldiers. That's a definite need right now. Or just prestige with no help. So, let's take the soldiers. There's that 1,000 we needed, so we can actually add. Oh, we don't have the gold for it right now. Helping hand. Finally, we've heard back from dearest Moana Muima regarding our request for her husband. The most noble Sultan Muhammad V has decided to grant it. The reply was sent back to us together with a fine troop of Malindian recruits. A letter of thanks shall be sent immediately to the generous Sultan Muhammad V. Long may he reign. Alright. There's 1,000 troops. Oh! Did I not notice that we had a rebel problem? I did not notice. Okay, well, we have numerical advantage, though we have a river crossing. It's Savannah, so only the -1. Quickly, easily dealt with. You need 2 ducats a month. We need to look into states. We have nothing right now. Okay, national manpower modifier is plus 50%. Let's do it. Alright. Our maximum jumped to 20,000. We do have a potential rebellion somewhere. Lundu. 3 potential rebellions now. Let's see, they just had a rebellion, so let's go ahead and do that. 2 years to convert it. An honorable people. Few are the countries in the world who do not claim to value honor and justice, but even fewer are the countries who actually live up to these ideals. However, the lack of large-scale and everyday corruption in Kilwa has made it one of these rare places where principles matter over personal gain. Even abroad, Kilwan expatriates are sought after for positions of trust, and our people are known for adherence to duty and rejecting attempted bribes. Who else can claim to live up to these ideals? Few indeed. Plus 20 prestige. Okay, core construction nearly done. That will help with some of this, but we do have a number of the royal marriage just died. Okay, all our rebellions are right here in this area, and they would be easy to deal with as they were a couple tech levels behind us. There we go. That's going to help a little bit. Lundu is up first, it looks like. Our colony is not too far from being done, and there they are, and we're already on our way. Sadly, we're going to have a river crossing here. Ouch, that hurt a bit more than I expected. Right at the end there, we lost 3,000 troops. About 2,000 of that seemed to be in the last couple ticks. Okay, who's next? Kalanga. We're not hemorrhaging ducats, but we are losing money at the moment. There we go, we're back to recovery. Talented judge. Acquiring an education in theology and law is often a long process involving studying classical works of law under the tutelage of the sheikhs of various madrasas. For every work or commentary learnt, the student acquires a certificate in ijaza. Depending on what madrasa and which sheikh, the worth of the ijaza may not necessarily be the same. A specific learned man has lately been making a very good impression in madrasas around the country. No doubt he has a great career as a qadi or mufti ahead of him. I hear Mozambique is in need of a new qadi. Let's see. Local construction cost, unrest, and state maintenance drops by 25%. Or a new philosopher skill 2, which we can't afford. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take... oh, it's only for 15 years, but we'll take it. Okay, we have two rebels, Kalanga and Tet, that are about to hit. I'm actually tempted to go to Tet first because we can cross here without penalty. We can't cross here without penalty, so let's go ahead and come across here first. Ah, 10 diplo power. Keep up our trade power. Colony's close to done. Our rebels are close to dealt with, though we're going to have to deal with 2 more here real soon. And we have some more claims that we could fabricate. Singa and because of the lake, Nugundi. We need just a little bit more to get that one. 40, 37.5 right now. 38. Of course, Congo went first. Just 1,000 troops lost that time. That was a lot better. And let's get back over to Tet for our last rebel to deal with. And our colony is nearly done. Before we start crossing like to Kinga here, where we can bridge this gap, I do want to take care of those islands just to make sure that the Europeans, who would be making their way across here pretty soon, don't take that island group, and then we can actually also even start turning south and go this way. Okay, modifier gone. Here's that rebellion, last one to deal with, and easily dealt with. 900 troops lost on that one, and now without any active rebellions, we can head up this way. Looks like we do need to recover another 500 troops. We just used the last of our manpower, so it will be a little bit before we get going. But with that increase in maximum manpower, we're up to at least 140 now. It was just like 110, 113, so we're getting extra 30 troops a month. Nagindo is done. Excellent. Alright. So let's get this island. Or do we want to get... This is a better... 441. Yeah, that's a 111, I think. That it is. So let's go ahead and move this way. As much as there is a native threat, we should not face any rebellions. And we'll actually have one more province that we can put a claim on once we get to 45. Okay, how are you looking? You're still a 6, and you're not interested in vassalization still. We do need to add 1,000 troops here to get up to our maximum, unless that's changed once we court these guys. No, we're still at 13. Aha, there we go. There's Makura. Kazembe? I wonder if that's who's here. They're going to be an easy take. Let's build that spy network. Missionaries nearly done. And next up, Lolo. It's weird. Inhumbane has not converted. I don't care for that rule change too much. You start a colony, and your colony is generally people coming from your homeland. Why wouldn't it be of your religion? But I guess some locals are there, and they end up part of the colony, so it makes enough sense. Okay, Ramadan. Soon it is the 9th month of our calendar, and Muslims worldwide are preparing for a month of fasting. It is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, and is fard for all adult Muslims who are not ill, traveling, or pregnant. From dawn until sunset, no food is to be consumed, no liquids drunk, no tobacco used, and no sexual relations allowed. It is time of spiritual reflection, improvement, and increased devotion and worship. No God-fearing Muslim should ignore Ramadan. Okay, 5 legitimacy, we're already there, so we can ignore it and get the prestige. So, we'll take the prestige. Okay, we have 1,000 troops now. We can add our first cannon. Have an Ethiopia there. It's not something I'm too happy about. Okay, I guess we're going to lose a little bit of loyalty there. Okay, play in the courts. While the Shafi school is the officially sanctioned school of the Sultanate, there are many courts and qadis throughout our lands, and all 4 of the schools of faith are deemed appropriate for civil procedures. This means that to some extent it is possible to play the courts by bringing a case before Qadi of a school considered more likely to give a beneficial ruling to a specific case. An entrepreneur merchant in Mozambique has become so good at this that it has angered not only the local population and his business competitors, but also the local governor. There is not much we can do about this without making inroads into the privileges of the ulema. Let us just ensure that this man is dealt with. Pick up legalism, ulema loyalty, and 10-year penalty. Or we lose the ulema again. And yikes. I guess we need to go with the legalism approach. Okay, Acheron should be pretty easy to deal with. However, I need who is an enemy of Ethiopia. Acheron and Hormuz. Hormuz is not much of a threat. Who are you losing to? Mercuria. Really? You're losing to these little guys? Mercuria? Okay, how about the Mamluks? We only have 2 allies. They're not that far from accepting. We do like each other. Let's go ahead and improve relations. See what we can do there. Mutapa, we need 45. Mystics and storytellers back again. Let's move back to mysticism. There we go. Fabricate claim. Task done. Alright. Now we have that, so we can stop building spy network. And their ally is Kazembi. Oh, here's Maravi. Oh, Marahan lost us as an ally when they lost their war to Ethiopia. Let's go ahead and get a claim going on you. That's your ally, Batua. Kind of like having Azeran as a bit of a buffer at the moment with Ethiopia, as Ethiopia is definitely strong. Military Tech 7, like us. Who's their allies? Mercuria and Kaffa. Mercuria and Kaffa. Kaffa's there. Mercuria is beating up on Medjugorje right now. Let's see. Hormuz. Not very strong. No, they're not. Mamluks are definitely the way to go if we're going to pick up an ally. It's only minus 30. We might be able to pick them up. Boundary dispute. Lack of good maps or tools to create accurate maps would occasionally lead to overlapping claims of authority in border regions. These disputes are usually over very marginal areas, but could serve as a point of friction when monarchs decided to press the issue. Kawag Games, a claim on Medunda. Medunda, where's Medunda? Medunda. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. We were about to do that anyway. In fact, there's 40, and I think we needed, what, 45? That was the last claim we didn't have. So let's bring you back home. That task is done. Quest for the New World. Explorers and Conquistadors. Not a bad way to go, but we should get our Diplotech up. Do we need it, though? Steel maps? Docks? We don't need that right now. We can make that super cheap. Of course, we're getting this big penalty right now. So, sure. Well, let's do it. We just picked up trade efficiency and sailor maintenance. What is our next one? Naval leader maneuver. True faith. Idea cost. Mercenary maintenance. Production efficiency. And diplo relations. Alright, well, our colony is going well. We could start growing this way here at some point. Can't forget about them. Azeron we certainly can deal with. I'm just afraid of Ethiopia afterward. Let's see. Ethiopia, yeah, 21,000. Out of force limited 25. So, and they've got 3k artillery already. The Mamluks, though, you look at that, and they can match. They can definitely match. So, Mamluks, buddies, friends, countrymen, lend me your ears. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we're a little closer. They like us, but... well, if they change their attitude and become friendly, that would take away 20. We'd only need plus 6 more to get a positive to make an ally out of the Mamluks. It's definitely my target right now. And I really would not worry about their natural enemy, the Ottomans. There. Plus 9. So Azeron should be easy. Yeah, runs should definitely be easy to deal with. Insult Ethiopia. Let's see, there you go. That border between us does help keep some safety, though we don't have to take everything. I mean, we could take, like, say, these 4 provinces or these 5 provinces and leave that between us. Ethiopia might eventually go after that, but that's kind of a downside for us if we don't take it. But if we go border to border with Ethiopia, we are in danger. But we would have our vassal, 5k troops. We would have Malindi, hopefully, 9k. That would be enough to at least kind of match, kind of hang on. Plus, we'd also increase our limit and pick up a couple more thousand. And we need 1 cav unit still, and we need some more cannons for sure. Alright, we'll get tech going. Alright, we have no issues right now with rebels, which is good. They will be back at some point. Oh, we lost a merchant. Our use of mercantilist policies is proving frustrating for some of our merchants, causing some to defect to other countries. Oops, what's going on here? Why did that pop out? Some weird stuff going on with the computer. I think we're okay. Mercantilism is right. We can pick up 1 merc, and that's probably the way to go, even though we're going to lose trade power for 10 years. It's kind of a good and bad. The young can serve. Oh, there you go. Manpower recovery speed plus 20. We've needed that for a long time. I know I need to turn my focus back to military here at some point. 5 years ahead of time. It's going to take us probably that long to get up to what we need for Tech 8. So we're probably going to skip the next tech for now. Yeah, that's new regiments cost, so we don't need that as rapidly. So we're going to save up for Tech 8 after this, but our manpower recovery speed, really? Plus 20%, and it's only gone up a 10. They just don't like us. We were already at 140. It's only 151 now. Okay, let's see. Whoa, Mercuria has grown, but they are friends with Ethiopia, so that does not help us. Now they are only allied with Morocco. Another reason for you to join us. If that neutral attitude would go away, they would definitely sign on. We could work on our navy strength a little bit. And our army strength. Keep working that opinion. Where are we at on improved relations? Plus 100. So it's already maxed out. Send gifts maybe? I don't have the money for that. Let's maybe work on that navy strength a little bit, because we have not worked on that virtually at all. Oh, and we can let's build 3 ships. Let's do that. Build 3 ships. Build 3 barks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, new madrasa. Prominent citizens of northern Swahili coast have made a number of charitable donations for the establishment of a new madrasa in Siu. They have invited scholars not only from the wider northern Swahili coast, but also from Kilwa, Kisiwani, and even foreign theologians. Cool, nice little bonus there. Oh, what is our ship? 14 and 19, so we're okay there. That'll put us at 17. Alright, I'd like to fight Azran soon. Oh, Marat and... Oh, Moravia's gonna try to take over. Mantua. Still not a problem. Take both at the same time then. That's easier. One more instead of two. Colonial company goes bankrupt. One of Colonial Ventures has run into serious financial trouble. If no action is taken, the colonists would suffer. Let's see. 50% drop in population. 50 ducats. Wow, that's well, how many months? We're not gaining that much. 100 and something, and it's 2 ducats a month. So 2 years. Is that 2 years worth of population? Probably. Let's see, what are we gaining? We gained 1. So yeah, that's actually 50 ducats was actually worth it on that one. Alright, I know we can take them. I'm just worried about aftermath with Ethiopia. Those ships are done. How are we looking? A little better. Navy strength went +2 from where it was before. But the opinions stay the same. It's that neutral attitude. If the attitude changes, well, I guess we can change ours first, right? We want to manage, we want to be friendly. If we go friendly, maybe they'll go friendly, right? Growth of the business of ivory carvings. Our efforts to maximize trading profits in the area of Mozambique has borne fruit. In the province of Mozambique, entrepreneurs have managed to greatly increase the output of ivory carvings and have found new markets in our capital for the processed goods. Nice to production. Alright, bring these guys together. And we're going to recruit an explorer. Yet our Navy hasn't done anything. I guess I can understand that. Select mission. Explorer. And let's get the... that's only one province. How about we do the ocean first? Alright, so there's our new advancement. We have a new colony expanding to the south along the African coastline. We have not taken on Azerine yet, as we have a looming threat to the north in Ethiopia, but we are trying to make a friends out of the Mamluks to counter that threat, also to replace our ally who was wiped clean by said Ethiopians. So We are hunting for an ally before making a move on Azuran, who should be pretty easy to deal with, especially when our ally Malindi is willing to help. Meanwhile, in the south, we're probably going to end up making a move there first, but I fear that Ethiopia might move on Azuran before us, moving themselves closer and grabbing that territory that would otherwise help us. We might also begin to look into these 4 over here and start to take Madagascar, which would be a nice help. But we're definitely starting to expand. We're sending out our first explorer to see where we could start grabbing some land in the near future, though our colonies are growing slow at this point, but it's also only 1488, so we are ahead of schedule compared to the Europeans, who we are not yet in contact with. Alright, well, that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record.